Be bold and blunt. Be bold and blunt. Spell club with two B's. Be bold and blunt. Be bold and blunt. Spell club with two B's. We spell club with two B's. Keeping it bold on the mic. Politics, love, music. Who had sex last night? It's not hard to pick one. We like to laugh and have fun. Culture Club is that podcast hosted by the realest ones. Oh, be bold and blunt. Bold and blunt. Spell club with two B's. Oh, be bold and blunt. Bold and blunt. Be bold and blunt. Bold and blunt. Spell club with two B's. Ooh, Culture Club, Culture Club. We are Culture Club, Culture Club. We are Culture Club.
What's going on, world? Thank you guys for tuning in to A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to Culture Club, where we spell club with two B's because we like to be bold and blunt. Like always, we are going to reintroduce ourselves from our right to our left. Say your name and two things you like about being black.
This is your boy Kellington, and two things I like about being black. One is just having swag. You know, I feel like black people have a lot of swag. And two is food. We have good food. I love just good food.
All right.
More seasoning.
What's going on? It's Understand Trap. Understand Trap on all social media outlets. Two things that I like about being black. I love my complexion. Like it's everything. You know, black is beautiful. Mm-hmm. The other thing would be the culture. I love our culture.
Okay. What's going on, world? I am Wes, and two things I like about being black. If it wasn't for black people, 10 of the most things that you use in the world today is because of us. Also, with being black, right now we're fighting to have immigration, you know, be an okay thing. But if it wasn't for black people, y'all wouldn't have been able to come over here in the first place.
Clock that T.
So yes.
What's up, everybody? It's Tyrese Jim Shoes. What I like about being black is we tend to just do everything so much better. Like when black people get a hold of something, it's just amazing. And I do like our dicks and our asses.
Okay.
I always talk about sex and ass. That's what that man said in the comments.
What's up, world? I'm Corday Omar. You can follow me at Just Corday on most social media apps. What I like about being black is that we are inventive. Most things starts with a black person or a black mind. Secondly, what I like about being black is that we are resilient. No matter how many obstacles are thrown in front of us, we're always able to get over those obstacles and make a way out.
Okay.
What's up, y'all? My name is Ade, aka African Cocoa Butter. What I like about being black is because we are Earth. We are the first on Earth. Then also everyone wants to Ike Loki be black.
Okay, all right. Comments from the last episode was the silver episode. We have Regina says, I love the silver in all your outfits. We have Donald that says, without communication, a relationship will not survive. Where is Tyrese? Okay. Jazz Abney for topic number 1. Being on the side of that situation, me and that ex stopped having sex for over a year. We were together for 2.5 midst of relationship because he wanted to, and I didn't include that. My apologies. Great episode. Love Corday's fit. Fire emoji. I thought I remembered Corday on an ATL reality show, but I can't remember which one he was a part of. Does anyone know?
So it was not an actual reality show, it was script reality, and it was the realness behind the crown.
Okay. Prince Conda says, gay talk, remember, cute experiment, but it's time to get back to the formula. Tyrese and Sherrod, thanks. Hey, listen, I be telling these people, everybody know when we got to film, okay? Some people come, some people don't. Things happen. It's okay. Yes. You wasn't here, you or Sherrod. Corday, that skin looks good.
Thank you.
Low key, went through the same thing as Wes in my last relationship, arguing arguing turns me off from you, especially when they do nothing to hold accountability for it. Thank you for understanding my plight. I like that perspective. Try to find the good in everything, even when the world is going the other way. All right, thank you for those comments. Wardrobe theme is freestyle. We are doing what we want to do. Although one side of the room seems to have called each other before coming, and then the other side of the room wanted to be freestyling. But it's okay. We wearing whatever we want to wear. Leave it behind in the comments and say who has the best freestyle. Episode 425, 425 episodes, not 425, but 25 episodes of season 4. That's what 425 is. Sex culture and global taboos. The theme: how different cultures view sexuality, gender, and queerness, and how these worldviews affect our own lives. Topic number 1: would you be out if you lived in, okay, let's talk about it, places where being queer is criminalized or deadly? Hell no. All right. Let's just remember that it wasn't that long ago that being queer here in America would allow you to even still breathe. Okay. It wasn't as bad as some other countries, let's be clear, but America is not that long into the freedom of all. And we still have, choice places that we should we still got to figure out where we want to live and make sound decisions on where we actually want to live. Because if you do live XYZ here in North America, you are putting yourself at a disadvantage. But yeah, there are places that are way worse. Like literally you could be killed if it was found out that you were gay. You could be stoned if you were found out to be gay. You could be, all types of things can happen to you. So would you be out if you lived in places where being queer is criminalized or deadly? No. Gym shoes.
No.
Corday. A day, you have a story and backstory behind where you come from.
Well, yeah. So it's an anti-LGBT law in effect since 2008 that it's kind of changing, because me comparing growing up to now, a lot of people are actually liberated, but you just have to be careful in the places and the set of people that you associate yourself with. Of recent, a guy was thrown off a story building from being set up by a bunch of straight men that wanted to kill him for being gay. The government didn't do anything about it. Nobody's saying anything about it, which is so sad that we're trying to seek justice for him. But yeah, I do come from a country where being gay can be criminalized. It just depends on where you find yourself. You just have to be careful, like in most every other country anyway. But yeah.
Real quick, what does that look like mentally? Going from that to now being here, where's your mind? How does that affect you?
So I moved here with the intention of being free. So me coming over here, it just loosens the burden of actually being scared of walking around, or me not being able to be my authentic self, because I grew up thinking I was the only gay boy in the world. And you can imagine not being able to express yourself for that feeling. And that that just felt like a very dark time in my life. So me coming out of that space just gave it more light. However, I did live in South Africa. I lived in South Africa before I moved here. And South Africa is the second country that legalized gay marriage in the world. South Africa is definitely very liberated when it comes to LGBT stuff. So that gave me another platform to be myself. So moving here was like a cherry on top for me from South Africa.
Did you have any emotional, crazy moments of a realization, oh my God, I can be who I want to be here? Like when you first got here, did you have any kind of those emotional moments, I could go to a gay club and not have to worry? Or
no, because like I said, I lived in South Africa before I came here.
Okay.
And South Africa is very, very, is way better for gay guys than even America. Trust me.
Okay.
Definitely. The police will literally come to a gay man's rescue real quick because they know how vulnerable that set of we are. So I felt more safer in South Africa, actually. And me coming here, it just, like I said, it's just a cherry on top. I didn't feel like, oh, I'm coming to like be free, because I've been free before I moved here to the state.
And that's nice for people to learn that. I'm gonna redirect the question to Kellington, or redirect this question to Kellington. Instead of would your identity shift, how do you think the person that you are today would be, or would be able to handle it going to a place like Africa or the Middle East or Eastern Europe? Well, not all Africa is under that, you know, banner of criminalization, like you just said, but let's say the Middle East, because it's still very crazy over there. How do you think you would be able to shift yourself into living in that space? Or do you think you wouldn't be able to?
I think I would be able to. I think I'll be able to shift myself into that type of situation, but I definitely wouldn't be comfortable.
Okay.
You know, it would definitely be uncomfortable. I would still be fearful. And I would just feel misplaced. So I definitely think I could fit in, because I don't think I'm a overly flamboyant or overly, you know. So I think I'd be good.
Okay.
For a while. But I got to go real soon. Get me up out of here, please.
Okay. Trap, same question.
I'm gonna piggyback off that. Yeah, I would be ready to go. I wouldn't want to stay there too long, you know, because I know that in time it would be like, damn, he fine. Like at so much, it's only so much I can take. You know, looking at somebody and seeing something, it's like, yeah, I can't do this, because I don't want no woman, I don't want fish. So
It's so crazy. Like, my husband asked me about doing a trip to Dubai, and I told him, I said, I wouldn't go there, because I like public displays of affection. I like to hold my husband's hands. I like to kiss him every now and then. And you can't do that.
You can't do it in Dubai.
I don't want to go to any
Not at all.
country that can. I don't want to go nowhere that can accept me fully.
And I don't really want to, and you know, it's a struggle for me doing the Jamaican cruise for New Year's, because I've heard so many horror stories about Jamaica, but then I've heard so many like people that actually live there. They're like, no, it's not really like that. You'll be fine. So it's like a conflict. But I heard about Dubai, and I got so many gay friends that go there because of the luxury living that happens in Dubai. But just to know that if you're walking down the street holding someone's hand, that you like, what? That is crazy to me. And I can't support that. I cannot just give them money and support that. I don't know. It's just interesting. Privilege check, comparing U.S. openness to global restrictions. I do feel like we do live in a world of privilege with a lot of the things that we're able to do in America. It's definitely not perfect. And there are other areas in the world that are way better than America. But I do think we take for granted some of the privileges that we have. Anyone else can speak to that?
Yeah, that's probably why Trump said, "Oh hell no, let me restrict some shit like that." What's going on here?
Yeah,
I left the gate open.
You know, they're trying to get a bill passed to prohibit 22 million black people from being able to vote. I know a lot of y'all didn't even vote and didn't flex y'all right to vote. But just imagine if our rights are taken away in that facet, we won't have any control at all. So, yeah, y'all really fucked us over. Y'all really did. Topic number 2, tourism versus trauma, hooking up abroad, fetishizing foreign men and locals. I'm not gonna lie.
It's so different.
I'm not gonna lie. For a long time, my type of man was a good old man with a Jamaican accent, dark skin, my height or a little taller, and just had that Patra twang. It was just something about that. Just Lord Jesus, and it hasn't changed. If a Jamaican man walks up to me right now, and he starts talking in that dialect, that twang, baby, I'm gonna be like, what's going on, baby? What you want to do?
Was here for this episode?
Huh?
Diego. He would have been really good for this episode. He literally just made a couple of posts not too long ago.
Who's Diego?
Diego? He was in our show, the guy that was speaking.
Oh, Tiago.
I'm sorry, forgive me, I'm saying it wrong, but Tiago. He made a post not too long ago about how people go to certain countries and fetishize the men there.
Oh, I've never been to Jamaica. Never really want to go because of the reasons that I said earlier. But I used to work at Valley Stream, New York, and for whatever reason, that part of New York is thick with Caribbean people, Jamaican people. And I was working at the Walmart, and this is like 2,500 associates. I was responsible for a good 1,300 of them were all Jamaican and all Caribbean, and I was in heaven. And it was so crazy because they used to play with me too. They used to play because they knew that I was gay. Well, when they found out that I was gay, they knew that I was gay, and they would kind of like, do they Jamaican shit and just be like, Wes, I need a day off, and I'd be like, wait, what? Don't play with me. Like, I don't know. It's just a certain weakness that I have for Jamaican men. Anybody else got a weakness? No?
I mean, I like the accents, but the Jamaicans men that I've dealt with are very temperamental.
Okay. Y'all don't like the French accent?
Most accents do it for me, honestly.
Yeah.
Hey, they all do it.
What they do?
if
Do they
we
make
talk about
do they make the whole wink or do they make the stick get strong? Or both? I know that's right. I know that's right.
Give me a nigga from Baltimore or from New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans accent. Okay.
I like a hood accent.
You like give me the hood accent. Give me an example.
It's like straight from the hood. Like, what up, shorty? What's good? Like,
Ooh. Is the whole winking or the stick getting strong?
Both.
Both, yes. I like
I
that.
love me a Southern American man.
Oh.
I love it.
So he got to have a cowboy hat on and he got a boots.
But like I love a country man. I mean, I'm a mix of, but I love a country man that, the way they talk, the way they approach their mannerism is definitely different from New Yorkers or the Northern Americans. Nah.
Okay.
what about that New Orleans accent too?
Love it.
Baby.
You can get it.
And is that true? My friend said New Orleans guys, they have pretty dicks.
They have big dicks. They do. They really.
Oh.
It's because
Wow.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. But they do. They have really nice dicks. I haven't met somebody from New Orleans.
That's what I was told.
Yeah.
All right. Power imbalance in international sexual dynamics. Is LGBTQ plus sex tourism exploitative? Anybody can draw from that?
I don't know.
I can't speak much on it, but I will say that we're very sexual people.
Yeah.
And if we see people that are foreign or exotic, it's even more sexualized. So I do think to a certain extent it does become
It can be. People have this thing with Brazilians, and I don't get it.
Me neither.
I don't understand it.
Not for me.
Yeah, it don't. I'm like, what is the allure?
Well, when you look at some of the adult content that comes from out of Brazil, the penises are a lot bigger.
And that's not really my thing. I don't know. Well, I think no shade.
I think that's surgery though.
No shade to
It possibly is.
No shade to the Brazilians and the Brazilian, corn crew, because we're on YouTube. We can't say certain things. The corn crew.
I'm done.
But
That's why I said
I do not get any kind of anything from watching none of that corn. It does absolutely nothing for me. And I could say that they're exotic and not exotic, beautiful men. But like,
I don't know why they don't do nothing for me.
they don't at all. It just don't move
be
me.
Big, they bust be big.
Yeah.
It just don't do nothing.
Well, I feel that I need to make a trip there just to see if it's real. Like, but that's all I need to do. I just want to make sure that,
But this
temperature check.
is what I'm saying that Tiago was talking about. So a lot of the men that are in Brazil are really they're fetishized.
They are.
This is one of the points that he was making in his post.
Okay.
If I find it, I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah,
It's
I
really interesting.
definitely am. I am fetishized. It's a few of them I can name. Andy. Let me.
He's attractive.
Yes,
Yeah, he's
no,
attractive, but I just don't.
Well, I want all of him.
Oh, okay.
I want it all.
Yeah. All right.
it all.
I liked it when he started getting penetrated. That was great. Topic number 3, the price of pride in different countries. Celebrating pride in places where it's illegal or underground. That would be very difficult for me to do. I just wouldn't feel, I don't know, I would just stay in the house. Yeah. But I mean, power to people that are that brave, that do stick up to their, the laws that are in their country and so forth and so on. But like I said, it wasn't too long ago before the Stonewall protests and riots happened here, and it was because of a trans woman. Well, that ignited the issue that we were able to have our certain liberties today. So, sir, you rang your bell.
Yeah, I did, because the first Pride event, a secret Pride event that I attended in Nigeria, was 1997. And we went to a very secluded, country like this. There was no lights on the street down to where we were, and it's called House of Rainbow. Shout out to House of Rainbow by Jide Macaulay. It is based in the UK, but this was 97, and we hosted the first Black gay event pride in Nigeria, and it was everything. Like everybody, some people were wearing wig, everyone was dressing up and all that, and I was so glad to be part of that pioneer team. And yeah, that's how I wanted to say that, because you said something about celebrating pride.
But what's that scary? Like, what's that scary?
It wasn't too. It was a little scary, but because I think when we do this kind of event back then, we always have a police officer that is gay as well, that will stay at the door, or allow us or something like that. But where we went to was way inside. I don't think anyone is gonna notice anything happening there. So. But yeah, it was dark lights in there. You can barely see us inside. Yeah, it was a tough moment.
I think when you do things in numbers, when there's more people, the fear is less.
Right.
Versus just being a secluded group. But when there's more people, I think you're not as scared.
I can understand that concept, but just talking about it and hearing about your experiences and just thinking about my experiences and thinking about Pulse Orlando, where like everybody was just freely just enjoying themselves, and there were women there, and everything was great. And I think about it all the time, especially during the anniversary, because my house party in Orlando, Florida, protected all of us, and we didn't go to that club that night. Half of my house party would have went to that club, and then that happened. So it's like it just sucks that as a group, even in any part of the world, there are places that just does not accept you for who you are, and you could literally die because people don't like you or people don't understand you or whatever the case may be. And then I look at this question like, what does pride really mean when it's dangerous? I shout out to everybody that's able to protest and not have fear in their heart, because y'all are making things more possible for people like me. But it is scary. Like when the one of the protests that happened in Atlanta, I can't remember. I feel so bad, but the black person that was murdered at the time, because we were always getting a lot of deaths. It was a black person dying, black person dying, I don't know who it was that particular protest that I went to, but I was scared because I'm like, bro, if they start shooting out here, I'm not trying to die. Like, what's going on? Like, yes, it's for a great cause, but I'm just gonna make sure I'm on the sidewalk so I can run somewhere. I don't know. It's powerful people do exist, brave people do exist, and I applaud y'all. Anybody want to talk about this? Anybody got anything to say? Moving on, topic number 4. Religions around the world and LGBTQ plus identity, Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, and beyond. What do they say about queerness? Can you be gay and faithful globally? Let's talk to that. Gym Shoes.
Can you be gay and do what?
And faithful globally.
Like religious wise?
Yes.
Okay.
It depends.
Gay in church. Does that exist to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Speak on it.
It exists.
Most churches have people.
And it's accepted, right? To a certain extent, right?
You have your gay churches, but then you have we everywhere. We all in the choir.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I think the food is trying to find us.
We sorry, Reese.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
You are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up.
I hate when people do this. They call in.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes the map be taking them to the wrong place.
And I think like he's just circling.
Right. Sometimes those maps sucks, especially when it's Uber Eats or
What's crazy
DoorDash.
is the directions
he's
come
coming.
directly here.
I think. Because that's a lot of food that I just bought.
You ordered a lot of food?
Everybody got a combo plate. Because y'all always talking about y'all hungry, and it don't be enough for one person because everybody eat everything.
And we
So-
be hungry.
That pan of chicken, that be enough.
The fuck you do? You be eating all the wings. Sorry.
They got a real territorial.
Right, they never come that. So no, seriously, back.
Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. I will not start until I get
Hello? Yeah.
Nothing I did, nothing I smoked, nothing I
Hello?
drank. None of the men that did me.
I did.
Yeah.
I was testimony.
Sunday.
You know, it was another one with a lady when she said, I just want to repeat because I used to do
Okay.
things to men with my
Yeah.
mouth. They had to come grab me.
Okay.
I wanted to do that so bad on what's the name?
What?
Grab the mic.
What's the room, Cabin? What's the name of the
I
cabin?
was finna get like Wendy Williams and say you can't hold it. No, nobody can hold my mic.
No, don't put four of y'all inside.
Wendy did not play. Hey, don't touch my mic.
That's not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
And now they want her back.
If y'all like space, then don't do that. But if y'all don't care about space, 4 people in an insider is putting 4 people in the closet.
Can't mess with her.
To watch, and yeah, she was in the people.
The best room for you, the best room for you, because I'm actually in the middle of filming right now. All right, boss man, later.
Sorry.
He got real fancy on us.
All right, my apologies.
Baby, that check clear.
Okay, so and it did. I mean, thank you, Trap. Because baby, I'm broken in the joke. I can't be affording this every weekend. So okay, so in all seriousness, just speak to how religion and LGBT kind of connect.
Well, I think just period. We put labels on everything, but gay people are everywhere. We really run the world. I always say, like, if gay people went on a strike, people will really see how valuable we are. Everything was shut down. Clothing, restaurants, the church would not function right. A lot of gay people have wrote amazing songs, been in the music industry. We make changes just like black people make changes in history, period. So we don't get enough credit because I don't think we demand it. We don't demand it. I mean, we fight for our rights, yeah, but we don't demand that respect in church because the Bible is left up for so many different interpretations, and it is not clear in the Bible. You can interpret certain things, but it doesn't clearly say that it's wrong to love another man. You know what I'm saying? So I wish that they would be sensitive enough in church to discuss that more because you got to know that it's gay people in your congregation. But that's why I do like the church I go to because they he really don't hit that topic, but he don't like beat people up either as well. Like he's really a cool guy.
I was gonna say, and this ain't step on nobody's toes, nothing like that, but I do feel like a lot of times the church, they try this whole this hate approach. They're so focused on homosexuality, but they never talk about the other sins in the Bible. You come to church, you wearing mixed fabrics, you eat shellfish, you got tattoos. Your pastor sleeping with somebody he's supposed to be sleeping with. He commit adultery. Like it's so many different sins that we can focus on, but they always use homosexuality as the end all be all sin.
And we people too. We want to praise God too. I remember on one episode, somebody said Jim Shoes praise.
Praise. Do you do praise worship?
Or not praise God because I'm fluid, that I like people. That doesn't make sense. I'm thankful for being here. I realize that it's a higher being. That made everything. So yeah, I'm gonna praise God for sure. It's just actually been my lifesaver. Yeah.
And I'm not going to I'm gonna just speak on my perspective because I feel like everyone has their own perspective. But for me, that's part of the reason why I never accept a religion. Because and the Bible, I don't consider myself to be a sin. And I don't know why we have to accept everything else as a sin because we're a sin. No, I'm not a sin. I don't believe that I'm a sin. And so if there's a manual script or whatever that says eating shellfish is a sin, tattoos is a sin, being gay is a sin, no. I don't attribute or attach myself to any of that. So that's a part of the reason why I can't. And I denounced right away because I don't feel wrong in who I am as a person. And so I can't. There was no way for me to connect with church or religion. And nowadays, there are these churches that are more accepting and all of that. And one person actually tried to get me to go to one of them because I do know some gay people that go to that particular church. And one of my gay friends went to the church because Devin wanted to go and asked him to go. And when he walked away from that church, he didn't feel 100% accepted because the pastor, who's the person that be standing up talking? The pastor, preacher, same thing? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, he was he was having a dialogue or a discussion about trans people and how trans people are, the way that I took it from his description, were shouldn't be trans and shouldn't be following that direction. And so in my mind, I'm like, well, how is that a welcoming organization if they're already denounced in one particular group. And so my friend was really turned off about it, and he was like, I don't understand why Devin goes to that church and why he asked me to go, because I just didn't like that. And so right away I felt some sort of way because I was asked to go to that same church. I don't like stuff like that. Like I just don't, and I don't know, it sucks that we have to conform to what is being accepted and then try to fix it and make it feel better for us so that we can feel belong. Like, I don't like that whole concept. And that's why I've just never stepped into a church and will never go because of certain situations like that. I don't want to have to rework something to make it work for me. It should just be working for everybody, period. And I feel like if that is what God is supposed to be and what church is supposed to be, that should be the message from when I was young up until when I was adult. You hit your buzzer?
Yeah. So I was going to speak on my childhood experience with religion and battling with my sexuality, right? I've always fought internally with dealing with my sexuality growing up, and because I couldn't talk to anybody about it, I was talking to God about it, thinking that the church is my safe space for me to be myself, but I couldn't be myself because it's not accepted. So I just talked to God directly and prayed to him, cried to him. Then I walk out of the church, I'll see a sexy ass man again, and I'm turned on. So I literally just woke up one day after years of going back and forth with God. I said, that was the last time I said, I can't remember the year anymore, but I said, God, this is the last time I'm going to pray to you about healing me from this. If I step out of here, that's the last day I'm praying about you curing me from whatever this is. And that very day, I just released everything on the altar. I just laid it out there. I said, God, if you're going to throw me to hell, if that happens, I'm going to remember you this day that I prayed. And I stood up, and that was the beginning of my freedom. I didn't need to go to nobody to talk to me. I spoke to myself, and I mustered the courage to get out of my shadows. And that's why nobody in the church, I grew up in the church, and when I was 8, I was singing in the church. I know the Bible from pages to pages, chapter to chapter. Nobody can tell me otherwise about how I feel about my sexuality. So as far as the guy I told you about that they threw from the story building, I was looking at the comment section. People were literally saying rest in pieces. And that was so sad because it could have been anybody. And for people to sit here and use religion as a yardstick to like condemn this guy, that was just, I had to log out of social media that very day because it just spoke differently to me. And that's why I don't take church people serious. I have a resentment for people that go to church. Not direct resentment. I just feel like maybe because of my experience with good people that go to church, I just don't want to be around them. So I don't care for what they think about me at this point in life.
Well, let me say this: when you get to a place where you just feel like all hope is gone, you lost relationships, people disappointed you, people forsake you, and you get around a bunch of people that may have gone through the same thing, and you can fellowship and praise God, and you thanking God that you here another day, it's about you and God. And that's what make it different. That's what made it different for me. So yeah,
but folks ain't going to church and saying yes, God, child. Like that's not what it is. It's to the fact that
the vision.
They're not doing that there neither. I done been to the vision. You know, you go into church and you know your sexuality is your sexuality. Your queerness is your queerness. Like you praising God or you believe in what it is, it's what you believe. You know, your faith is your faith. Like I believe in God wholeheartedly. I go to church. I read my Bible. I pray. I love the Lord with all my heart. But I mean, some folks just, like you said, Wes, some folks just ain't into it. It ain't there yet. But some people have to be brought there to do it. And it ain't got nothing to do with queerness. That the pastor might have talked about that one sermon. Okay, the next sermon is about something else. Yeah. Every sermon ain't about you being gay.
And don't take every experience as that's what every church person do. Because I'm not sure if y'all saw, I forgot that pastor name. It was something so disgusting. I want to say his name was Mike something, where he was giving an example. He had that gentleman on stage with him, and he spit up in his hand.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
That was so disgusting. I said, why would somebody do that? That was humiliation to me.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
Yeah,
let's get beside itself. But you can't use that situation to just say every church is like that. Or when you go to one church today, Dude, I've been to a church. They did about 5-6 offerings. You were like, "Ooh, Lord."
I mean, maybe I need maybe I need therapy.
You know, we tend to, like when you driving down the street and you see 2 cops, you be like, "You go to your friend, who the cops are everywhere?" You know, because you only saw 2 cops, but we just tend to do that,
Right, right.
because something familiar with. So
Right.
we just have to take an experience for your own, and it might just be different, and you might be able to get a breakthrough. You might be able to get that healing you need.
The thing with church is like church is gonna make you uncomfortable sometimes. You're not always gonna find things that you're gonna agree with when you go to church, and it's okay. But the only time it becomes a problem, like I said, is if that one focus is always homosexuality. And you have churches that do that every single damn week. But that's not the case for all churches, though.
But I'm not about to start filtering through the rubbles to find the best church. I just rather would not go. And trust me, I have the best peace of mind that I can get in life.
Yeah.
Not going to church.
Yeah.
So
But I
going
must
to
say-
church is not a badge of honor. I'm sorry.
But it's just like you were saying, like Jim Shoes. It's just like that fellowship and just with people being on the same accord. You know what I mean? Praising to whoever, to their God or whatever. And it's just a magnetic feeling that you feel when everybody is just on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and don't get me wrong, like I can do that on my own. Like I can call on God on my own and get the same amazing feeling. But
Absolutely.
it's just so much more. The frequency is so much higher when it's everybody around you on the same.
It's a good feeling, but what happens when you leave, though? Because a lot of times,
you carry it with you.
but a lot of times, a lot of those connections do not be genuine connections in church. Those people be so freaking messy sometimes.
But it's not about but that's the whole thing. It's not about what this person is got going on or how messy they are. It's about that moment in which moment and the feeling and the connection that's happening right there in that moment. It's not about tomorrow. It's not about when I walk out the door. It's about right now.
Everything-
And sometimes that can carry you. That feeling that you get can carry you through a whole week.
Everything that you're saying is what I felt through my whole body and spirit when I went to Blue Light Basement last week. Yes, ma'am.
No way.
I was around everybody that was like me. We was fellowshipping and having a good time. And I could let my hair down. And I left that motherfucker feeling good, goddammit. Not having to worry about a goddamn thing. That's my church.
Yeah.
Being around people, gay people that I know, and we all there for the same reason. Like it's like those type of places are so like just amazing. Like, bro, this did not exist 40 years ago. This not exist 50 years ago. This didn't exist when I was born in 81. And the fact that we just have these places and you could go and it's not a crime.
But it's about the flesh, though.
That's my church.
Two different ones. It's about flesh and then it's talk about spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's two different.
I hear
things.
you.
When you go there,
I
you
hear
get
you.
something different when you go in there, part of that blue light.
Some people, go to the sexual side. I'm on the community side.
But it's not-
I'm on the.
It's a sexual side of blue, bro.
I don't think so.
I think that's what he's talking
No,
to.
not at all.
Oh,
It's but it's not. It's
That's
not
got
on the
excited,
same.
friend.
It's not on the same like.
No, I hear you. Because I think there's the spiritual side, and then there's there's
Having fun,
different
having a
facets of like connection and being like, but like that is what I love, like that community when we all know what we are and we don't have to fake nothing.
So can I ask a question then? So when you going through it and you feel like you was on your worst, your down, like you down and out, like who do you call?
My best friend Tiffany Jones.
So that's it. You just say, Tiffany, come help me. Like I know.
Yeah, it's a lot for me. It's a lot for
Come
me.
on, Lord.
It's a lot for me because there's so much bad that has happened in my life and there's so much good that has happened in my life. And I understand we have to take the bad and pull the good from it and all that. But my mother dying is not great to me. Like me losing her, it's just not a good thing. So I can't be like, thank you, Lord, for killing my mom, and thank you, Lord, for having me. But it's the whole redirection of it to pull the good out of it. It's too much work for me, and I just would rather not. And
I'll tell you this: it's not about being convinced because you have to be open, and you also got to be ready. You have to be in a space where you are sensitive to be able to receive, and also be able to get that understanding and what you need. Because sometimes, what if you didn't have that friend Tiffany to go to? Because I was at a place where the people that I relied on, and when I thought things was okay, I hadn't been to church in 15 years. I had went through church trauma. I was molested by my pastor, and I was all on the news.
And I get it.
Wow.
And
I went through a lot of stuff.
And I get it.
Stopped going to church. I said I ain't going. But then that still got to a point where I lost important people that I thought would not leave, where I didn't even know who I was as a person. I went through such a depression where I did not even leave my room.
Wow.
Can we talk about that for a minute? There are so many cases that are coming up where these pastors are abusing their power and they are touching children.
Yeah, it happens.
You know, they got the thing now. They just came out. I don't want to say this pastor's name, but the pastor and his stepson or cousin, whoever he is, that is a mess.
But then
Yes.
again, and it's no disrespect. I mean this with all the most respect for everybody that goes to church and believes in religion and all of that and practices and all of that. Why go to the hell house that when they're telling you you're supposed to be going to heaven? If the church is hell, why go there and act like everything is okay? And why do we have these people in power? Why are we paying our tithes when the bitch is sitting here molesting like I don't understand that. And I know it's not every, but church and corruption go hand in hand. I can't mix in with that. I just can't mix in with that. I can't go through 17 churches and find the best one when I've gone through all 17 churches. And it's like you hear about this church on this corner. Oh, well, you got to watch out for her because you got to watch. If church is supposed to be the place of refuge, why do we have all of these problems in church? And I can't. That's why one of the reasons I can't see myself getting married in church, because it's just church and corruption go hand in hand for me, and I just can't. I can't bathe in any of it. I just can't. But that's a me thing. I'm not saying everybody should.
How to take the why, because I think sometimes we blame God. Like, God, if you
Like
God,
it's his
why
fault.
did I go through this? It's not about that. You're not no special.
I know I'm not.
You're not that special. Where God made billions and billions of us.
Of course.
So why do we think it's just so much about us that woe me and why me?
It's not, but that's not.
Do it before. People have been.
And I want you to understand, like, that is not my message. My message is I'm just tired of having to find the good in all the bad. I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired of it. And then it's like, oh, well, thank you, Lord. I appreciate it. That's not a me. I'm not that person. I'm just not that person.
What do you settle for the best and the bad is what you're saying.
Every day is going to be a different day. And I feel like I'm the reason for a lot of the good and I'm a reason for a lot of the bad. If I could just sit here and sit on the couch all day, I'm not going to get a job. If I sit there and sit on the couch all day, I'm not going to get a promotion.
Right.
If I sit there, I'm not going to find love. If I don't do shit at all in this world, nothing is going to happen for me. But I have to get up every day and make things happen. Yeah. People can say that that's God. Sure. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But at the same time, I don't necessarily believe that. I believe that God is in me. I don't believe that God is something that I pray to. And everybody's entitled to their opinion. So the God in me allows me to try to find the balance. I'm not going to say the good in my mother's death, but to find the balance in how I can move forward, because her death crippled my family, like even worse to where it was before. And I just don't see the good in that. But I also understand that people die. And that's just something that we just got to settle for it. Yeah. People are going to die, Wes. But it's like, I'm just trying to be like, okay, well, I mean, it's life. It's going to happen. Yeah. You know, it's for me, I just feel like there's more. I'm not going to say there's more heartache than good things in the world, but it's just when you get to my age. If y'all get to my age, bitch, you're gonna get tired, okay? It is what it is.
Until it is something missing, and you do have answers, and you not fulfilled completely.
It ain't gonna come. It ain't gonna be in the house.
Turn red.
It ain't gonna be in the house of corruption. I can tell you that.
But it's crazy because Wes, we look okay. So when we want to find our partner, we can go look and do whatever we want to do when it comes down to finding our partner. But when it comes to finding the truth in God, why is that hard? Or Christianity or Buddhism, like why is it hard?
Because
to believe that higher power.
I don't understand the manual. First of all, the manual tells me that I'm a sin. I'm not a sin. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that by itself.
I feel you like you do too.
I'm just not dealing. I'm not a problem. So I'm not going to read a book that tells me, first of all, that I'm a problem and I just got to deal with it. That's not me.
Understandable though.
It's just not.
Seek and you shall find.
Yes, if you want to find it. Topic number 5, global gay icons. Who inspires beyond borders? Queer heroes you never hear about in the West. There's a lot of queer heroes we never hear about. Bayard Rustin, is that his name? Oh, my brain is messing with me. But he's the reason why we can walk around right now. As a black person in this world, in America, he is the reason. A gay man is the reason why we have the liberties that we do today. A gay man is the person that sat next to Martin Luther King and was like, this is what we need to do. A gay black man at that.
Come on.
Okay. So that is a queer hero that there should be a day for him. There should be a day for him. Queer heroes you never hear about in the West. Yeah, I hope I said his name right.
You said it's right.
Okay.
And we also shout out Marshall P. Johnson as well.
Yes, come on with it. Shout out. Any more shout outs? Any more shout outs? India's Hijra, Brazil's trans revolutionaries, African queer poets. Does anyone know any of these?
I don't know any of it.
Shame on us because I don't, but I know y'all exist. Why global media rarely covers these voices? I feel like I could just go toward I Show Speed, a 21-year-old, one of the most richest people that I know of at that age and being black, who is an influencer, went to Africa and did an Africa tour for 3 months. It's because of him that Americans, it's because of him that Americans have a different outlook to the continent of Africa. The things that he showcased, I never knew was happening over there. And I don't even really follow I Show Speed at all. But it's his African tour that just became so popular that I just start seeing him all over the place and doing different countries, different foods, different rituals, different everything. And like really people are taking heed to his, I'll call it a pilgrimage in Africa, going to various different countries. He's speaking a lot to the young people and some of the older people. So I think that that's important. And why we don't get to see this often is because people want us to believe the worst in Africa, in these places, that, oh, it's just a poverty-ridden space. But one of my best friends want me to move with her to Johannesburg.
Oh, you're gonna like it.
That's what she says.
You're gonna like Johannesburg is like New York, exactly like New York.
Yeah.
And they have winter, summer, spring, all of that good stuff. So
You ready your buzzer?
Trying to get up out of here.
yeah, I did my buzzer for the African queer poet. So shout out to Kenny Brandmuse. I don't know if he watches this, just in case, like, okay, how you on the show and you don't know that I was like, So that's why I want to shout out to him. His name is Kenny Brandmuse. He was one of the pioneers also that would host like poetic groups when I was in Nigeria. And, you know, it's called it's right here. Something color, something like that. So I'm so sorry that I forgot that name. But yeah, it would host events for us, you know, more like a professional setup. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Topic number 6. Moving for freedom. Would you leave it all behind to be free? Would you start a new life just to be out? Personal stories of queer refugees and asylum seekers, maybe. Is freedom worth losing family, culture, and history? So would you start a new life just to be out? Yes. I wouldn't change anything that I've done. I like to feel like I can be myself. I like to live like I can be myself. I would not. One of the reasons why I moved to Atlanta is because I knew that it was a bit more freer than going anywhere else that were options at the time. So yes, being out is the best way to be. Is freedom worth losing family, culture, and history? Yes. I don't want to feel trapped. I was trapped in my family. I don't want to feel trapped in black culture. We're already trapped enough. That's why DL still exists. And we are the reason why black people can be free. So I need people to understand their history and stop hating on each other. Like I said before, like I live in a bubble, and in my bubble, because I speak from the black gay lens all the time. That's what I see from. That's what I speak from. I feel that all black people get along. I feel like all black people are for all black people, but that's not the world that I live in. But I live in that in my bubble. And I just wish we did better because we should do better. Next.
I mean, yeah, the freedom. I would agree that it's what I wouldn't say what losing your family, but I would say that. But it definitely left a bitter taste in my mouth because when I left, and I went back. I mean, I left for almost 10 years, and my dad had passed away. I wasn't able to go because of COVID, the shutdown, all that. And the fact that when I went back, I'd seen my mom age, that definitely left a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't lose them technically, but it's just the fact that I had to seek my freedom and sacrifice not being around them for that space of time. It was definitely not something I would wish on my worst enemy.
I want to say, I don't think I would want to start a new life just to be out. I would want to start a new life to be happy, because even when I look at like what I do daily, I don't really do gay stuff. Like literally, my daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly routine is really work, home, gym, and podcast. It's probably the only thing I do that's probably a little gay.
Don't you do hair?
That ain't gay.
Okay.
But I'm just I'm talking about like I don't go to gay clubs. I don't,
It's not a
I don't
norm.
really do
It's
stuff
not-
like
So do you really?
for that statement to be like, ooh, I want to start a new life to be out.
I'm gonna give you a scenario. Do you really believe in your heart of hearts that if you could not tell anyone about a boyfriend story or about love or what your love looks like, couldn't have those conversations with the 4 women you brought to Culture Club Live, you couldn't have no kind of conversation about your love interest or anything, that you would be okay in life?
If that's what I was accustomed to.
No. It's not about what you grew up in. It's about what you know now. I'm talking to the Tyrese today. You could not talk to any. I mean, you're not out. You would not be able to talk about anything
Why would
love
I be
wise.
able to talk to that?
Because that's the whole concept of being out. That's a part of being out.
Oh, well,
you being out, but that's being out.
I thought that was you.
You're not. You being out like that doesn't mean you wear pink and you're like, I'm gay, everybody.
have a
No,
boyfriend,
that's not out. But being gay is being openly in
gay.
relationships and you with men. That's being out.
You don't have to like go to gay
Men
clubs or
kissing
gay
on
whatever.
men.
I just feel like when you even being gay, like I didn't come out. I didn't think that was not. I don't. I'm gay. Did you say you were straight? That don't
Right,
make
that's what I was
sense
just
to me.
gonna say.
That
Like,
doesn't
I don't
make
have to go around to say that I like women. So why am I going around to say I like men? It's nobody's business if I'm gay, if I'm straight, or whatever it
the
is.
sexual
So
side
yeah,
of me.
But then there's out and then there's DL. So what y'all kind of describing is a DL life, but y'all aren't DL. So at the end,
it's not that I'm saying I'm DL. It's just saying that I'm not vocally saying like to have a conversation with you. I'm not saying, hey, I'm gay. You know, I'm gay. Like that's not.
yeah, but none of us walk in the world. I'm gonna get you. Gay. But none of us walk in the world and be like, hey, everybody, I'm Wes and I'm gay. No, I'm not talking about the literal
Right.
sense of like being.
Yeah.
I'm out.
But
But,
guess
like
what?
right now in your regular life, you do content and you do content with men. That would be you wouldn't be doing that.
Guess what they say when you walk away?
When you're in a relationship with a man, you can't be like, baby, I was with this man last night. You're out. You're essentially out. If you have the freedom to talk about this, you're out. You see what I'm saying?
But that's what is they gonna say a day when he leaves? They gonna be like, you know, Wes, gay Wes.
It doesn't matter. I think you're missing the question. The question was, okay, so let me put myself in a situation about this question, this scenario. So let me paint a scenario. In Nigeria, I cannot, everywhere I walk here in the state, they all know who I was dating because I want to be able to introduce them. Like we go to like a professional event, I'm introducing them. So in situations like that, I wouldn't be able to do that in Nigeria. So I'll have to move to.
You started a new life.
Yeah, I'll have to start a new life somewhere where I can be comfortable to introduce him. It doesn't have to be gay stuff.
So you
It's just-
couldn't introduce him in Nigeria. You couldn't say.
I
this
would
is
never
my
be able to
this is
do
my
that.
boyfriend.
What?
Y'all got me fucked up. I don't know. That's
starting a new
maybe
life.
That's
You
why
started
I
a new
can't
life.
go nowhere else because you got me. Ain't nobody gonna check me and tell me I can't do anything.
But that's because you're living in the privilege that you have right now.
But there
You're
are lashes
accustomed
on
to
your
it.
back and you get arrested for it. They'll check your ass.
But that's the thing. I'm not doing none of that. I know that in slavery I would be dead. I already know, Travis. I know I would. But I'm not doing like you ain't finna check me if I go to Germany, if I go to Africa, if I go to Saudi, if I go anywhere. You ain't finna check me on my sexuality.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm
But
really
that's just
not.
me. That's why I won't go.
I promise you I'm not. But can we have a moment of silence for all of our ancestors that went through slavery, that had to endure what they endured, and now we live the life that we live?
Yeah, we can.
Let's just give a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Thank you to everyone that went through all of that. I could not imagine that. And we could not imagine that because of the life we live right
Taking
now.
them out.
Baby, what?
But I ain't
Coming
gonna-
out with me.
I know I
I'm
would've been-
shooting and I'm killing. Bitch, hanging.
I know I
Bitch, you
would've
finna be
been
home
like-
for
That's
Like
master.
a male hip hop
Call me
stuff,
Django
like,
Jr.
I'm resilient. I'm gonna find
Do
a.
you feel that?
We would've got
when you
together
think
me
about
and you.
We would have got this.
We would.
baby,
Told their ass up.
listen, could you imagine?
I forgot me fucked up.
I can't imagine, like, what? Like the things, the Underground Railroad, Harriet Tubman.
They had so many slaves, and this is me. Hold on, not talk about our ancestors.
Right.
They had so many slaves, and it's only a mother, a father, and some kid. Baby, they would have been,
Killed.
They would have been hung from a damn tree.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So let's not try to go back. Let's be
Go to a
cool.
store and die because you winked at a white woman. That's crazy.
Think about the concept of changing evolution. Changing evolution to the fact that where slave ships were coming over from Africa so often and black people were being thrown off the ships that sharks knew to follow the ships because they were always going to get fed. Do y'all understand that? That humans changed the mindset of sharks because they knew that every time they were carrying bodies were going to fall off the ocean and people were just dying and that's how they were getting fed? Like,
Let me ask you this. Oh, go ahead. Corday, go ahead. Somebody got to get there.
I'm glad that you're a gentleman and you know how to give in.
don't do him.
A lot of our ancestors weren't actually necessarily even being thrown off those ships. A lot of them were jumping because they chose death. Right.
Yeah.
Going into slavery.
Yeah.
That's all I was gonna say, honey.
Yeah,
Go
it's
ahead.
just a lot. Don't do him.
I had chills because I'm very visual, and I was just
Imagine it.
and I just had it sends chills down my spine.
It's just so crazy.
I just want to say, like, listening to what you saying and how you imagining, and think about the things that you just said about like church and stuff you're going through. Don't that make you a little bit more grateful?
I never not said I wasn't grateful. I just said that what I choose to be grateful in is Blue Light Basement.
Baby, this is gonna
I agree with you.
So I understand, like,
this is going to a whole different scenario because when it comes to Christianity and when it comes to black people, Christianity was something that was put on black people.
Yes.
For slaves.
Yes.
So we're not even gonna get into the whole breakdown.
Period.
No.
Period. And we taking what the white man want to give us and making it and dressing it up to be something cute.
The Bible.
That's not what I was saying.
Get to know God for yourself.
No, we
That's
know
not what I'm saying.
We know
What I'm saying, when you think about all the struggles and stuff that they had to go through, and they still have to live by, I guess, the white man's Bible and praying and stuff like that. But when you think about all the stuff that you've been through, like even with your app, you know, and I know your family, your mom, like that's a lot to handle. Dealing with people, their families being just straight taken, and they were like, I know they was like, why God? When you think about all what they went through and you think about what we go through, we still blessed. Even though it may not be a situation that we like or that it may be feel not good or it's unfortunate, but we still didn't go through half as much as what they went through. You couldn't even get on the bus. You had to sit in the back of the bus.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about it, to a certain extent, some of us are blessed, but there are some people who are very unfortunate now. ICE is doing the same damn thing that the slave owners did. ISIS is separating people. They're taking people from their families.
That's true.
Put them in encampments that they can't get out of.
You know, there are children camps right now existing. As we sit here in this house talking on microphones, there are kids crying their ass out because they were taken from their parents.
Exactly.
I mean, life is great in some places and life is hell in others.
Do we have those situations to let us know how blessed we are?
It starts there, but then it's gonna trickle over to
Because it could be us.
But I don't think
eventually. So it starts there. Next thing you don't know, they're gonna be attacking people that are people of color, people that may be Haitian, people that may be.
They already have been doing that. Why don't you think they're here in Atlanta?
So as dark as we are, we walk outside right now and they say, "Hey, we don't think you belong in this country," and they put us in the back of their damn van. We might not be able to see our people.
Suck dick for forever rather than living 7 more years.
I'm sucking dick forever because I enjoy it, honey, not because I want to.
Child, moving on. All right. Can someone take more than blunt?
There's a glare on the screen.
I can't see. Go ahead, baby.
You can't see it.
It's a glare. Good voice. Go ahead, baby.
Hey, Coach Clubb. I'm 27. My name is Sharice, and I need y'all to be real with me. I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years on paper. He's perfect, fine, good job, family man vibes. But something in my spirit been itching.
Yo, you need to go to the clinic.
Stop. We're not supposed to laugh. Stop.
Right. That's also horrible.
He barely touches me anymore. And when he do, it feel forced, like he's checking off a chore list. But this glare really.
I got you.
Turn this right.
But let his homeboys call.
Oh, there you go. But let his homeboys call a whole energy shift.
Girl,
He laughs harder, his voice softer, extra attentive. One of his brothers comes over a lot. They disappear in the room for for music sessions. No music ever get posted.
Oh, watch Brokeback Mountain, honey.
Y'all stop.
Wow.
No music. I went through his phone, don't judge me, and saw deleted messages from a dude saved as a girl name. The message were flat out sexual, but it wasn't a lot.
He a punk.
You look good last night, and I can't wait to see you again. When I asked him straight up if he's attracted to men, he got defensive. Said I was crazy. Said I watched too much social media, but. There you go. Thank you so much. What you so
Run, girl.
Y'all love you, Wes. But I'm not crazy. I know when a man wants me. So now I'm stuck wondering, am I holding on to a man who's scared and lives in his truth? And worse, am I just here to keep up appearances? Do I confront harder or do I quietly exit before I become the beard?
Girl, you gotta leave. Girl, pack up your purse.
Let's start from left to right, starting with the day. Give your opinion.
That's a sad situation, Cherise. I know you're a very gorgeous girl and you deserve better. I would say that so at what point in that relationship was it not touching you anymore? Did you do something to make him not touch you? Did you turn him off or something? If that's not the case, then we can move to another scenario where he's picking his bros over you and is more attentive. I wouldn't necessarily call that sugary. But I would say pay attention if you still want to stay in the relationship. But then you said that you found something on his phone that was a man who was talking to with a girl's name saved. That's a good reason for you to exit stage left. I wouldn't say approach it anymore because it's going to be on the defensive, but you found something that you need to prove that it was not what you wanted in life as a husband. So just leave. That's what I'll say.
Corday.
I think I said everything I need to say, but I'll say it again. Girl, leave. Because what's going to happen is this man is going to start taking out that anger and he's going to start getting aggressive with you, which most likely is going to lead him putting his hands on you because he can't be himself. Just leave. He's a punk.
Gym shoes.
I think you got the answer that you already got when you went through that phone.
Right.
And trust me, I get it. You've been with this man for 2 years. It's easy to say just leave. But when you say just leave, then you get those other feelings like, damn, we did connect. I do love this man. Unfortunately, we do live in a time where people lie. They lie to you in your face and they be a whole different person. It's hard for people to keep it real. Sometimes when you see that excitement goes to a different scenario, but that excitement don't come to you, that lets you know that he does possess that excitement. And if it's not coming to you, then yeah, you do got to exit. You just maybe need time to figure out how you going to do it. But trust me, I get it. I know it's not so easy to just say up and leave when you do have feelings and you have history, you have memories and moments, but you may be losing that moments to a bro. And it's going to hurt even more the longer you stay. So just got to figure out what's your exit strategy, but make sure you keep a good support team as well.
Cherise, I understand things may be hard, but I took myself through a weird and crazy diabolical experiment of 3 years. Put myself through all the worst shit in the world just to get to a point to where I could figure out when I could leave. I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't nobody in this world worth any heartache and pain. Nobody. And so if at any point you start to feel heartache and or pain, leave. It is that simple, and it will be that simple, and you'll be like, oh my God, I'm so glad I left that, 2 months, 3 months, years afterwards. Just do yourself a favor and leave. Trap.
Yes, I'm gonna go back to something that you said, the brother situation with the quotation marks. So, girl, pop up in there. Girl, go put on your glasses, your what they call the
metal glasses.
There you go. Put on them metal glasses, girl. Just pop open the door, girl. Just open the door. When they go in there, just open the door and see what's going on, girl. You gonna get everything you need to see when it comes out. And then that chore checklist, yeah. See, if it becomes a chore for me, I can't do it. I already got to cook, clean, pay bills. Yeah, it's too much. I can't find out if my man gay. So yeah, I think you can go ahead and stop being the beard that you think you are and leave them.
And just to piggyback off Trap, if you can't afford medicals, they are very expensive. You can go to TikTok shop and get them sight-in glasses. Girl, they work just the same. Get you some.
Get you some of them. Kellington.
I mean, I really don't have much more to say. That you guys have said it all. I mean, leave them. I mean, she done pretty much told us everything we need to know that this is not the right guy.
Don't get that man in your 30s.
Yeah, keep it moving, sis.
Yeah, well, 27, yeah. All right, Culture Club presents Bold and Blunt. Submit a story today. Comment below on topics. Send your Bold and Blunt to Culture Club ACTV on Instagram. I want to skip that. We're going to do random.
hate cold chicken.
All right, Gym Shoes. Ask your question, starting with Kellington, ending with the day. One question and one question only.
Okay.
These questions.
You are married, Kelton, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What did you see in your husband to let you know that this is the man that I want to marry and spend the rest of my life with? Like, what was it about him that made you want to marry him?
Well, because he loves me unconditionally, and I'm a lot to deal with. And for somebody to be able to deal with me,
Come on.
I mean, more power to you. I don't think that he just loves me unconditionally, and he accepts me for me. He supports me through everything, whether it's something he disagrees with or not. If it's something that I want to do, he stands beside me 110%.
For real?
Oh,
That's
Oh, yeah.
good man.
That's
that's a good man, Savannah.
Make sure you show appreciation to them.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And he's such a good man.
Yes, yes. The answer is yes, yes. Yes. You ain't got-
If you could go back to a defining moment in your life, something that totally make you change the way you thought, your behavior, and you learned, and it helped you become better, do you have an experience in mind? Even if you got to go back to teenage years.
I can honestly say I probably would never have moved to California after graduating from college. And I probably wouldn't have moved to California because I probably wouldn't have started doing content. And I probably wouldn't have been a roommate. That's my first time ever having roommates is in California. So I think that was the time frame for me that it's just like, yeah, it was a lot going on. Loved California, amazing. It
I
was
guess what I'm asking for a specific moment that made you completely change. The way you did
it still would be California because that's when I started doing content.
But what happened? Is there a certain thing?
Yeah, money happened. The cost of living in California versus the cost of living in Florida is very different. So instead of me paying, and this is just speaking on this level of it, instead of me paying $800 to $1,000 for an apartment, I was paying $1,500 for a room that didn't even have a bathroom, didn't have, you know what I mean? So I was just paying that for the bedroom. So the cost ended up changing, and I had to start shaking something, other than a left leg to do what I need to do. So that changed for me. So I had to move into another direction.
Okay.
So I can move.
That's good. That's good. Wes.
Uh-huh.
Like a setup.
Life can be scary, right?
That's the question?
No, there. Pause. Pause.
I was going to say yes.
Life can be scary. When you look back over your life, yes, you've changed a lot of lives. Your name is A Connection. You connect people. Where do you see yourself short term going like in the next year? Because there's been so many changes that has happened in the last 2 years. Do you see something in this short term in the next year that maybe you wouldn't even expect you to do something different?
Well, I can't answer that question because I thought I would always be in film, and losing my app makes me not even want to touch a camera for right now. People are asking me about doing projects and stuff like that, and I'm just disgusted. And that's just a me thing. It has nothing to do with anybody or no one can get me out of that. Only I could get me out of that. I still love film, and film is my bread and butter in my heart and soul. But as of right now, I hate film. It pisses me off. And so I can't answer where I see myself. Just getting into the travel thing though, it's been different because I have people are buying VIP tickets for $550, but it's so difficult to tell somebody to spend $599 a month to support an indie film, black-led indie film business. So people like what they like. People buy spending money on what they want to spend their money on. I'm just happy that I feel like this cruise is about to be every motherfucking thing. And if you're not booked on this cruise, it's too bad. You're going to miss it, because I don't know if I'm going to do this next year, but it's like the sense of community that I'm building in the WhatsApp group. Like, we're all grown. We're all in our 30s, 40s, 50s. Some are in their 60s. There are a lot of husbands on this group. So when you think about like the cruise aspect of inviting gay men, like people just think sex, but these men aren't for any of that. And it's so dope because they just want to build community, foster community, and have a great time. So in the short span, I would say that I want to keep doing this. I want the inner circle to be built into the 50 members that I've put for that group. And the inner circle is going to be a private a private group of people that just love the brother fellowship and love to travel and don't really have a lot of friends to go on a cruise with. Like, that's the whole point of the inner circle, building that, because I don't feel like I have a lot of traveling friends, but why not create that? And yeah, I think in the next year or two, my life is going to be different because I'm choosing to do different things, but I still love film and I still love to create. It's just right now, my community don't want what I'm creating right now. They want fighting. They want the Zeus Network. They want sex. They want all of that
If
stuff.
that's what y'all want, then bitch, come on. Which one of y'all want to go?
Child.
I'm too grown. Look, we too grown.
But I can't do that. I can't exploit my people. I can't tell Corday and a day to fight each other so we can make, that just doesn't fit me. So yeah, sorry for the long question. Next.
Oh no, you answered that beautifully. And you answered it just like how. Not that I wanted to, because it was, to me, sometimes it could be so cliche, like, well, you see yourself in the next 5 years, but I wanted something more personal since it's so closer. But man, you got a lot of love here, so I'm definitely putting that right energy, and I ask God to just bless you tremendously and help you figure out your way and your path. And
Appreciate it. I receive it.
Corday, we all know here that you are married and you were previously married as well. Two-part question, kind of.
One question.
Give me one.
One question.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think the most important.
Dang it.
How are you prepared to make sure that this marriage is a success more than the previous one?
I don't think you ever can be prepared for anything to be a success in any aspect of life. All you can do is take everything one day at a time and keep communication open, keep honesty open, and know that sometimes you may have to play the role of being the bad guy.
All right.
Okay.
Good day.
A day.
Yes.
Oh, well. We do all know that you just recently bought a home in the last year.
Oh God.
Congratulations.
And I love, congrats to all the homeowners. You do it all by yourself, so kudos to that. What do you foresee, if any adversities or any struggles being a homeowner and doing it all by yourself? Because it is a total different thing than renting and calling the landlord and say, hey, this broke.
Baby.
But when you a homeowner, maybe in that air unit go out or that HVAC, God bless you. But have you come across any adversities being a homeowner? Because it is hard.
So adversities, you mean as far as challenges in the house? No.
Oh, you blessed like that?
Yeah. I mean, my AC was kind of giving me issues. I think I told you what I had to go through multiple people to get it to, because I wanted something more modern. So they couldn't figure out the wiring. But other than that, it's been nice. But contrary to the opinion of people, I really don't see the thrill of owning the home, because I see myself as don't come for me. That's me. I'm coming from a different culture where you buy your house with cash.
Oh.
So
Did you buy your house for that?
Here or there? Here. No, that's what I'm saying. Like here, I just feel like I'm paying rent.
Okay.
I just feel I don't see myself as the owner, because they could wake up tomorrow and be like, okay, give us our shit back.
Oh no, they
So
can't.
the thing,
And I'm just saying, like if you don't pay or if something, it can go into foreclosure.
Yeah, if you don't pay your mortgage.
If you don't pay your mortgage, it can go into foreclosure. So it's technically not yours.
the thing with home ownership, honestly, is no matter if you can pay on your mortgage for 30 years and pay your house off, you're still gonna have to pay a property tax on that home. So you never truly really ever own your home when you think about it, because you still got to pay for it.
It can be taken.
All right, good questions. Good questions. Good questions.
They got to keep.
Be bold and blunt and make a decision and only pick one. Y'all know the rules by now. We've been doing this for 25 episodes of season 4. Let's see, right or left? Who
That was
is the question? The question is who.
That's messy though.
That's the best.
The question is
That's
who.
messy.
Pick one.
I can't pick one because it's messy.
Who are these people?
That's diamond the body right there.
Why you pick the raggedy one on the?
Why she got to be raggedy just because
Because
she
you
doesn't
got
have a
no
wig?
wig on, none of that.
That just goes to show how pretentious you are.
How what?
Who is that though?
No,
This is Cold Killer. This is Diamond the Body. Diamond the Body just got her makeup and stuff done. Cold Killer is in a fight. Who is the question? You pick one.
I'll go with you right since you want to be messy.
All right.
I don't know neither one of these helpers, so neither one of them.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the right because I love a good struggle.
All right. I'm going to go with the right as well.
I'm going with Diamond the Body.
I'm
Okay.
going diamond the body too.
All right. Next one. Who is in your threesome? They are 21.
Oh.
What?
No.
That dark skin
My
brother is
number.
21.
A day, pick one, baby. Pick one.
I'll pick the dark skin brother.
So the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's 21.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass.
You ain't no pass.
A mess. Go ahead.
They grown. They over. They legal. They could go buy me
Go to
some.
the right.
Which one on the right?
Go to the right because there's a lighter skinned one in there.
Okay.
Interesting.
I forgot about
I'm gonna go to the left.
I'm going to the right too.
Okay.
I'm going to that right.
All right.
that. Why does everyone go to the right, not the left?
I like.
All right. Who is the sexiest
You're at the
duo?
other bones.
A day.
Excuse me?
Who is the sexiest duo?
Oh. Definitely the right. Right for me.
It's terrible.
Right.
Oh, y'all can still see me.
Yes.
I feel so bad for Buddy right now because I don't want to choose any of these people.
Look at the fingers on that right, though. Ooh, lordy, lordy.
I'm going to go to the left.
Thick finger.
Wow.
They look more manicured. They look more kept.
Oh.
I don't know.
Not both of them.
It's just something about the fingers. The fingers kind of fat, though, and long like them some fat fingers.
You want the fingers in your booty?
Lord Jesus.
Shake hands, you know what I'm saying?
I hopefully these
Real
people don't
ants.
watch the show, but okay.
Like shake.
Who are you picking, Jim?
I'm gonna go to the right.
Yes, I'm going to the right.
To the right as well.
to the right.
Okay. No drinking, my friend.
You can only choose one wardrobe for the rest of your life.
Oh, that's hard.
One wardrobe for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
One left.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to the left. I've been working in corporate for
Okay,
most
me
of my life,
too.
and I cannot stand suits and ties.
Please.
Okay.
I like suits. I love that. Man looks so good in suits. So I'm gonna go to the right.
I'm going with the left.
I'm going with the left as well. I like to be comfortable.
The right. Okay. All right. Who are you kissing first?
Right.
Okay.
So glad I can see.
That smile, baby. Oof. Friend, just pick one.
Yeah.
To the side, like, hold on.
Okay.
I'm looking at this right.
If I gotta choose between the two, I'm gonna have to go with the right because I can't see what the other one. His teeth look like his mouth closed. Shit.
Is that right? The smile, baby.
Who you kissing first?
He said the right.
I'm going to the left.
What?
I'm going to the left as well. I like Malcolm X.
Hey, we see each other. That left look like he know what he's doing.
Right.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Culture Club. Like we do as always, we're going to reintroduce ourselves from our right to our left. Say your name and your freakiest fantasy that has never happened.
Well, I ain't got that.
Core.
Because everything.
All right, Kellington.
I can't tell you what my real freakiest fantasy is.
Oh.
I can't do it. I know it's bold and blunt, but that's just.
Why?
I'll be bold and blunt, baby. See,
I want to hear it, Kelly.
can't be nasty.
All right, so his name is Kellington and he forfeits.
Man, my name is Kellington and I forfeit.
Tell us off camera because I still want to know.
Well, hey, understand trap on all social media outlets, and a fantasy that I have already done because he said that I've never done. Yeah, I've done this already, but I want to do it again. Group activity.
Okay.
Yeah.
oh,
I am with,
Tuesday.
and I want Aaron Pierre, Aldis Hodge, Michael B. Jordan,
At the same time.
Chris Brown, Omarion's brother,
His name is Orion.
Orion, Will Smith.
What?
They say Will Smith be taking the boys down through there. Allegedly.
Really?
Give it up that.
And
Allegedly.
there's another one I just can't think of his. I'm gonna stop there. I want all. I don't like him that much. I just thought of him in my head. He's not that cute to me. I want all of them to give me head with no teeth, and then I want all of them to turn around and let me go inside of it.
Oh, fantasy.
Yes, indeed.
Can you
Freakiest
last that
fantasy.
Just the
Huh?
Can you last that long?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Curtis can.
Curtis can.
Yes, I can.
And Curtis we trust.
Yes, we do, baby, and so do they. Sir, next.
I just like to meet a real nice.
That's not a freaky fantasy.
Oh,
You know, Tom, he's very descriptive. He building it. He finding it.
I would just like to find a nice man with like some thug tendencies, more on the verse bottom type side. You know what I'm saying? Fall in love and get married. That's my sexual fantasy.
That is not freaky.
That's not a freakiest
Do
fantasy.
that part.
All right.
My freaky side is
Sir.
my partner in the future. You know?
What's up, y'all? My name is Corday Omari. You can follow me on social media at Just Corday. My freaky fantasy right now is being butt naked, being fed these chicken wings and fries that Wiz had got because I'm hungry as fuck.
All right.
Thank you, friend. What's up, y'all? My name is Ade, aka African Cocoa Butter. My fantasy is a role play to where, like a play. Like I would knock on the door, come inside.
C-O-M-E
What's up,
inside
Shawty?
or C-U-M inside?
No, come inside. Like you invite me, you lure me in. We have a conversation.
Tie you up, put you in.
Do all that. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into full details, but just catch a glimpse of that.
That's a fucking date. That ain't freaky.
That's not freaky.
That is not. Do have a conversation to come inside.
That might be freaky to him.
I have
I want to thank y'all for watching this episode. We love y'all. Leave comments, heart the video, and thanks for watching. Later.
Be bold and blunt. Be bold and blunt. Spell club with 2 B's. Be bold and blunt. Be bold and blunt. Spell club with 2 B's. We spell club with 2 B's. Keeping it bold on the mic. Politics, love, music. Who had sex last night? It's not hard to pick one. We like to laugh and have fun. Culture Club is that podcast hosted by the realest ones. Oh.